From 1961, we present the inimitable Mr Pewter Fenters with his Etiquette for Gentlemen.
Everyone, and welcome to another instalment of this new series with me, Mr Poopy Fart Plops, where I shall be looking at everyday etiquette for gentlemen. Yes. This time I shall be looking at the one event which can strike terror into the hearts of the uninitiated: the dinner party. Attending your first dinner party can be quite a fraught occasion for a young pup, especially if you've not been brought up in the correct manner. Indeed, even for those gentlemen who are used to attending such events, there are still ways they can slip up and embarrass themselves, in fact, in front of their hostess and other guests. You must always remember to reply to an invitation you may receive. Do not merely turn up on the evening and say that you forgot. No, you may not be admitted, and you certainly will not be invited again. Make sure that when you arrive at the venue that you are punctual. Turning up late will create a bad impression from the start. There should be a servant at the door to take your hat, coat and leash. You will then be escorted into the drawing room, where you should immediately seek out your hostess to be welcomed by her. Yes. At this point, or at any time during the evening, it is evidently considered most impolite to hump her leg, or indeed the leg of any other female present. You should then be presented to the bitch you will be accompanying into dinner. Yes, do not expect to be partnered with a pretty young thing. You may be lumbered with an old dog. Whichever, try to resist the temptation to sniff their hindquarters. Yes. When seated at the table, engage in small talk with your partner, who shall be sat to your right, and also to the person sitting on your left. Ask them if they have visited the theatre or opera recently, who is their favourite author, or whether they will be taking the waters this season. Do not talk about politics, engage in idle gossip, or ask her if she's been spayed. Yes. Some of the lower middle classes have not been taught the correct way to masticate. Yes, there are some gentlemen who will practice this art at home in front of a mirror to make sure they're doing it correctly. Should you be inclined to attempt this, make sure you have a handkerchief ready to mop up any dribbles or spillages. Yes. One should chew one's food thoroughly with the mouth closed before swallowing, and of course you should never ever talk or bark while eating. Yes. At some gatherings there may be a number of different courses, from soup, fish, mains, sweets, cheese and fruits. You are not expected to sample all of them, and it is permissible to sit out one or more of these. The soup course may prove difficult for gentlemen or ladies with heavy moustaches. And remember, when the soup to tilt the bill slightly away from you. There is one item of which you must be aware. If you're carrying fleas, try to make sure that they do not leap onto the dinner table or indeed onto someone else's food. With the meat course, it is advisable to use the knife and fork which have been provided and not to eat straight off the plate as you would at home. Also, at no point during the meal must you use a table leg as a substitute for a tree or a lamppost. At the end of the meal, it is advisable the gentleman should make sure there are no crumbs stuck to their beards or fur. There will be a variety of drinks being served throughout the evening, starting with sherry, then moving on to claret or hock, sweet wine, liqueurs, and even champagne. Yes. Try not to slurp too much when drinking these out of your bowl. After the ladies have withdrawn at the end of the meal, the gentlemen may smoke their cigars while engaging in talk about politics, world affairs, or sport. And remember that the port is always passed around to the left. When the gentlemen join the ladies in the drawing room, you may find that one or more of the guests may play the piano or sing a song. Should you find the tune or song disagreeable, it is considered ill-mannered to start howling. Yes. If you're asked by your hostess if you could provide a turn, only agree to do so if you are confident. Yes. If you're accomplished at the piano, play a piece which is familiar, short, and genteel. Yes. Should you sing a song, make sure it is acceptable in mixed company. Yes. If you are asked to tell an amusing story, it should be free of innuendo and not contain any vulgarities like the one about the bishop and the prostitute, or the one about the rugger players blowing off in the bath. Yes. Try not to act wildly or give the impression you are an uncultured buffoon. In short, your performance should not cause the ladies or any gentleman of a nervous disposition to blush. One thing which you must not do under any circumstances is to lie on your back and expect your hostess to tickle your tummy. At the end of the evening, you must thank your hostess and bow slightly to any guests of your acquaintance. Also, remember to collect your hat and coat and your leash before you leave. Yes, and of course, never urinate on the doorstep on your way out. I hope you will have found this information useful. Dinner parties need not be so scary. Yes, next time we shall look at how to behave when attending a ball.